So you want to get off the ride. Things have become a little too tough. The squeeze from life is sucking you dry, stealing your happiness. What is this life all about? I enter my spiritual awakening, the beginning of it at least, that is my awareness that I am a spiritual being. You're having a human experience. And that was amazing, incredible, a moment of revelation. But then life started to get harder, a lot harder. It's like my seemingly standard life became magical, and all of a sudden it became rife with turmoil. Like one thing after another kept happening to me, chipping away at me, eroding me. And now I feel like I can't take any more. Dark night of the soul. How many of you can relate to this feeling? I know that it certainly resonates with me. The amount of times I've shaken my fist at the sky saying, "Let me off this ride." But the truth is the jet can't be put back in the box. Because this world isn't trying to make you happy, it's trying to make you conscious. What happens with a spiritual awakening when you begin that journey is you become aware of your higher self, of your greater self. Your awareness steps outside of just your body, and you become more conscious of what's actually going on. And so what is dark night of the soul? Well, in that consciousness, the work can be done. And yes, there is work that can be done in lesser states of consciousness, when you're just plugged in, part of the machine, NPCing like so many other people. But when you begin that journey of spiritual awakening, of awareness, of greater consciousness of who and what you truly are, the trials and tribulations come your way because those are the waves on the shore. That is the strike of the chisel on the marble, chipping away all that is not you so that it can reveal a masterpiece, you in your full consciousness. That is why we came. That's the central mission. Now that doesn't make it easier in and of itself. It will be painful, that is guaranteed. This life is full of pain. But you don't have to suffer through this experience. Our suffering comes from when we expect to be anywhere other than where we are right now. And the moment we can make friends with the present moment instead of enemies, when we can greet this present moment and we can say, I am choosing to be here and accept and be present with everything before me, no matter what shows up. When we choose to do that, we take back our power. And from that transcendent state, we are able to channel something beyond us, higher levels of intelligence, higher levels of wisdom, magic, connecting with our higher selves. And all of a sudden, the suffering stops going away. The suffering happens when the present moment greets you and that bad news greets you, and you decide, I don't want this. I don't want this, make it go away. That is when you suffer. Because the shadow in the corner of the room starts growing as you dim your light in fear, and it starts to engulf all around you, and it's in the shadows that the nightmares happen. The nightmares can't happen in the light. And these challenging situations will arise, the bad news will arise. We live in a 3D world. There is contrast here. That's the only reason there can be light, is because there is shadow. And so it will come to us. We are here to transcend it. But you can't know you're a hero unless there's a dragon in front of you to be slain. That's why you came. And so I know oftentimes, like me, you want to shake your fist at the sky and say, make it go away, make it all stop. And this is where the saying, ignorance is bliss, comes from. Although they didn't finish the sentence, ignorance is bliss until that ignorance becomes hell, because your lack of consciousness and awareness leads you out of alignment with yourself and your true nature. And so in consciousness, the only way we're not going to suffer, the only way you're not going to continue to suffer through your dark night of the soul, is by accepting the present moment, facing it, and as the bad news comes, saying, I accept what is here before me. I am capable. I have access to wisdom beyond my mind, beyond myself. I can connect with infinite consciousness when I choose to meet my destiny head on, knowing that what is before me isn't happening to me, but happening for me. And this is a reminder to you, but mostly a reminder to myself, because we all get sucked back into 3D reality, the place where we all came from, the lack of consciousness, saying, make it go away, make the bad dream go away, make my money problems, make my woman problems, make my work problems, my family problems, make them go away. I don't want to deal with them right now. I want to be spiritual. I want to watch a video. I want to go on a retreat. Your spiritual lessons are coming to meet you, and you are the alchemist here to transmute them. But it will not work unless you can enter that transcendent state where you take responsibility for what is before you as a gift from the divine, no matter how bad it is. And I know it can be bad. I know it can be truly terrible, and I will never deny the pain that you have experienced and the pain you might be going through right now. But you don't have to suffer. They're two different things. Face the moment and know that it is for you, placed in front of you, as painful it is, so that you can transmute it. And when you do, you will be able to teach that healing and give that gift to others who are suffering. You'll be able to lift them up because you will be in a higher state. When will the dark night of the soul end? Not until you are polished into a diamond. And at that point, you'll be so impervious that you won't care if it lasts for all of eternity, because you will see the challenges coming for you and you will say, thank you once again. Another piece of marble to be chipped away from the masterpiece that is my whole self. A blessing from the divine. Now, I know that's hard to remember all the time, and so instead of trying to be diamonds, instead of trying to be enlightened, instead of trying to see everything as perfection for us, take it one moment at a time. This moment, the only thing that actually exists, and no matter what bubbles up, that issue you've been sweeping under the rug, face it, shine your light into the corner of that room, knowing that it is there specifically made for you, tailored for your personal growth. Pick up your sword and shield as the hero and step towards the dragon in the shadows, and when you flick that light on, when you walk towards it, you'll realize there's nothing there at all. Terence McKenna said something to the effect of, this experience will feel challenging as you fling yourself into the great unknown, and then you will realize that there's a featherbed waiting for you at the bottom. Now I'm butchering what he said exactly, but the meaning of it is stuck with me. It's like our fears will surround us, but we must remember this experience is a gift of love. And again, I'm not going to downgrade or deny your pain. There is so much pain out there. But you don't have to suffer if you can raise your state and see it all as a gift, designed for you because you came here to be a healer for others. And so you need to experience the pain. You need to transcend it. You're the alchemist that needs to transmute it so that you can give that gift to others. Good luck on the mission, folks. Thank you for being here. It is not easy, but we are made to do hard things. I love you. I thank you. I am you. Peace, folks.